Here.
We're going to play the video first.
Why don't we start off with the video?
Yeah, that would be perfect.
Let's kick it off.
The Winnipeg Whiteout. There's nothing like it in all of sports, but it's about more than just hockey. The Whiteout represents a passion for Winnipeg and the things that make our city an amazing place to live, work, and play. That passion is alive all 12 months of the year, and we want to share it with the world. This is Winnipeg. The Canadian Museum for Human Rights. Its stunning design has changed the Winnipeg skyline, but its message is even more powerful. It provides a stirring account of the human experience unlike anything you'll ever witness. The Forks, the place where two rivers meet. It's been a gathering place for over 6,000 years. Today, it's still a meeting place for locals and visitors alike, and home to some of our city's biggest celebrations. Assiniboine Park Zoo, home to Journey to Churchill, where you'll discover the magic of the North and get up close to the majestic polar bear. It's not just our amazing attractions that make this one great city. International companies who are leaders in their industries choose to call this place home. In fact, Winnipeg has the third highest number of head offices per capita in Canada. Companies like New Flyer, the largest transit bus manufacturer in North America. You can hop aboard New Flyer buses in cities like Nashville, Las Vegas, and Washington, D.C. James Richardson and Sons. This company is older than Canada itself and one of the largest and most innovative grain trade and agri-food businesses in the world. CWB National Leasing. Over the last 40 years, it's become Canada's largest equipment financing company, working with over 70,000 businesses. They started in Winnipeg and stayed here. Payworks, the workforce management company, now serves 17,000 businesses across Canada. What's even more impressive is the company's Pay It Forward philosophy. Its employees spend countless hours giving back to their communities. They truly embrace what it means to be a Winnipegger. Why do we choose Winnipeg to live, work, and play? It's the people. Our company leaders have a collective passion for growing their businesses. They work together so everyone succeeds. We have a high quality of life. We're a year-round playground. This year, the center of North America is taking center stage. We're ready for our close-up. We are Winnipeg.
Okay, we're back.
All right, thanks, Jay. There is momentum building in Winnipeg. Right now, Winnipeg's National Hockey League, the Winnipeg Jets, are currently in the playoffs, and the city is buzzing with excitement. But that energy transcends the sport of hockey. It's about community. And today I will be describing why you should choose Winnipeg to be your community, to live, play, and work. So, welcome to Winnipeg. Winnipeg is located in the center of North America. As the largest city in the province of Manitoba, known as the land of 100,000 lakes, Winnipeg has great access to nature, as well as all of the amenities of a big city. Manitoba is one of 10 provinces in Canada, and with its location further from the coast, the climate tends to be drier with more days of clear skies throughout the year. In Winnipeg, you can enjoy all 4 seasons, such as the flowers in the spring, warm summer breezes, the changing color of the leaves in the fall, and of course, snow in the winter. The average winter temperature in Winnipeg is -13 degrees Celsius, which is 8.8 degrees Fahrenheit, but Winnipeggers choose to embrace the colder months and take advantage of all that it has to offer. In the summer, the average temperature is 26 degrees Celsius and can go above 30 degrees Celsius, which is 77 and 86 degrees Fahrenheit, respectively. So there are plenty of opportunities for days at the beach as well as at the ice rink. Overall, Winnipeg is a multicultural city with plenty of job opportunities and an excellent quality of life. So some interesting facts about Winnipeg. Winnipeg-born spy Sir William Stevenson was the real-life inspiration for Ian Fleming's character, James Bond. A statue of the man called Intrepid can be found in downtown Winnipeg. Winnipeg also boasts the only restaurant in North America located on a bridge, Mon Ami Louis, found on the Esplanade Royale that connects downtown Winnipeg to Winnipeg's French Quarter, St. Boniface. In 1996, Winnipeg was the first North American city to build a 20-meter tall freestanding ice climbing tower and has continued to do so each winter since. And finally, Winnipeg's Union Station was designed by the same architects responsible for the Grand Central Station in New York City. So now that you have an overview of Winnipeg, let's dig a little bit deeper. Winnipeg's people are diverse. Winnipeg is a city of around 750,000 people, and over 100 languages are spoken, including Tagalog, French, Punjabi, German, Mandarin, Ukrainian, Cantonese, and Spanish. Winnipeg is also home to the largest urban Indigenous population in Canada. If you look at a Manitoban license plate, you'll see the slogan, Friendly Manitoba. And we take that seriously. Manitoba was the highest scoring Canadian province on the Generosity Index, with the highest percentage of tax filers donating to charity, and the second highest rate of volunteerism at 52%, 8% higher than the national average. And we extend this generosity on to not just fellow Winnipeggers, but also to newcomers to our province. We are a growing city, and our population is expected to exceed 1 million people by the year 2035. And this growth is creating a thriving city. Our median age fell to 37 years, making us the third youngest province in Canada. A lot of this growth is due to the Manitoba Provincial Nominee Program, which was the first immigration program of its kind in Canada and continues to be a gold standard. Over the past 20 years, the Manitoba Provincial Nominee Program has welcomed over 130,000 newcomers to the province and has already sent out over 2,000 invitations this year. Economic Development Winnipeg is partnering with the Manitoba Provincial Nominee Program to continue to attract talent to our province. So how does Winnipeg rank? Manitoba was one of the top 10 regions worldwide to visit in 2019, according to Lonely Planet. And Winnipeg has been repeatedly recognized as a top 7 global intelligent community. While you're in Winnipeg, you can enjoy the Canadian Museum for Human Rights, which is currently the only museum in the world dedicated solely to human rights, as well as 130 days of festivals each year, which has allowed us to gain the designation as a 2018 World Festival and Event City. So the momentum is building, and now is the time. In 2018, Winnipeg ranked the second highest in GDP growth out of major cities in Canada. Manitoba had the fastest population growth over the past 3 years, and Winnipeg is looking to create more than 11,000 new jobs by the end of this year. So if you want to participate in this growing momentum, Winnipeg welcomes you. So what is it like to live in Winnipeg? Well, there's plenty of benefits. We have a low cost of living and a high quality of life. Manitobans reported a rate of life satisfaction greater than countries like Denmark, Sweden, and Norway, and Canadian provinces like Ontario, British Columbia, and Quebec, where you can find cities like Toronto, Vancouver, and Montreal, respectively. Winnipeg is often considered Canada's biggest small town. Due to our friendliness and our openness to collaboration, there are plenty of interesting things to do. From enjoying our burgeoning food scene with over 1,600 restaurants, world-class arts and entertainment, everything from the symphony to sporting events, and premier natural green spaces both in and around the city. So as I mentioned, we have a low cost of living. The total annual household expenditures was $84,000 per year in Manitoba, which is lower than most provinces in Canada. And yet, Manitoba still had one of the highest rates of expenditures on entertainment. This can be attributed to our low cost of living, allowing for more disposable income. Many newcomers to Canada often consider going to Toronto or Vancouver, but the housing costs are incredibly expensive in these cities, especially compared to Winnipeg. Winnipeg's housing costs are 64% less than Toronto and 68% less than Vancouver. And this isn't just in comparison to Canada's most popular cities. Winnipeg's housing costs are 42% lower than the national average. We also have very competitive electricity costs. For the business level, we have the cheapest electricity costs in all of North America. And at the residential level, we have the second cheapest. Provinces like Alberta are heavily dependent on coal-fired energy production. But in Manitoba, we are proud to boast that we have 97% of our electricity from reliable and renewable sources due to Manitoba Hydro's various hydroelectric dams. But there are more cost savings. If you are in need of childcare services, Winnipeg offers the lowest childcare costs outside of Quebec that heavily subsidizes their childcare costs. And Manitoba is one of 3 provinces in Canada that sets limits to childcare fees. If you're interested in a summer home, Manitoba has the lowest recreational housing costs in central and western Canada, as well as plenty of options just outside of the city. If you're looking to save both money and time, the average commute in Winnipeg is 24 minutes, the second shortest among major cities in Canada, allowing you to spend more time with family and less time in transit. So air travel is important to newcomers for exploring our country, as well as being able to go home to visit. Winnipeg has the James Armstrong Richardson International Airport, which is one of the most reliable airports in the world. It's just 20 minutes from downtown Winnipeg. They offer over 40 direct flight destinations on airlines like Air Canada, WestJet, United, and Delta. But there's plenty to explore within the city. The Forks is a historic gathering place with plenty of events throughout the year. With a bustling market, a world-class skate park, and plenty of tree-lined paths, it is a popular place for both locals and tourists alike. Assiniboine Park is going to be opening their Canada's Diversity Garden next year, which is a celebration of the unity between nature, community, and culture, and also is home to the Assiniboine Zoo, where you can find the Journey to Churchill exhibit and view polar bears playing above you from an underwater viewing tunnel. Before the Canadian Museum for Human Rights was constructed, the Manitoba Museum was the largest museum in Winnipeg, with a focus on history and science. There you will find an impressive planetarium, as well as a 17th century replica ship that you can board. The Winnipeg Art Gallery is going to be opening their Inuit Art Center next year, which holds the world's largest collection of contemporary Inuit art in the world. And finally, Fort White Alive is a destination for any nature lover with the largest urban bison population. If you're looking for entertainment, the Royal Winnipeg Ballet and Royal Manitoba Theatre Centre are the only institutions of their kind in Canada with the royal designation. Beyond the symphony and the opera, you can enjoy plenty of concerts and other events at Bell MTS Place, which is one of the top 20 arenas in North America. If you're interested in professional sports, we have hockey, American football, baseball, and soccer team. So as part of the 130 days of festivals that we host in Winnipeg, Festival de Voyageur is our premier winter event that celebrates the Métis culture with plenty of musical events and a snow sculpture competition. Winnipeg Folk Festival is our largest festival and is located in the scenic Birds Hill Park. Folklorama is a unique celebration of all of the diversity within Winnipeg. For 2 weeks in August, pavilions celebrating different cultures pop up throughout the city and feature dance performances, traditional food and music, and more. Last year, there were 44 different cultural pavilions, including Greek, Caribbean, Chilean, Polish, Serbian, Japanese, and more. The TD Winnipeg International Jazz Festival has concerts throughout the city, but notably has free concerts in Winnipeg's historic Exchange District. Finally, Winnipeg's Fringe Festival is where you can see a variety of plays at the second largest festival of its kind in Canada. So, Winnipeggers love winter. We were officially designated a World Winter City in 2017, and every year we have one of the world's longest naturally frozen skating trails. If you're interested in other winter activities, you can find a Croquet Curl rink, which combines the tabletop game of croquet and the sport of curling, as well as enjoy ice castles, snow sculptures, and the world's largest snow maze. One of the most unique experiences that you can have in the winter in Winnipeg is eating at Raw Almond, a pop-up restaurant on a frozen river that features top chefs from around the world. While you're on the river, you can enjoy warming huts as part of an international design competition. And if you're looking for a place to relax, you can go to Thermea and enjoy the unique thermal cycle experience of outdoor pools and serene saunas. So there's no question that Winnipeg is a great place to live and play, but we also have plenty of job opportunities, especially for senior and skilled talent. Winnipeg focuses on 5 key sectors: advanced manufacturing, aerospace, agribusiness, creative industries, and information and communication technologies, or ICT. This variety of sectors creates a stable and dependable economy, but also allows for job opportunities in a variety of expertise. In advanced manufacturing, the key subsectors are additive manufacturing, which focuses on additive techniques like 3D printing compared to subtractive techniques like CNC machining, transportation manufacturing from buses to fire engines, and machinery and equipment manufacturing. Many of Winnipeg's manufacturers are leaders in their space, like New Flyer with bus manufacturing, Price Industries with heating, ventilation, and air conditioning, where their research center is one of the only facilities of its kind in North America. Canada Goose with extreme weather outerwear, and Palliser with home furnishings, where Canada Goose and Palliser has a great need for semi-skilled talent, especially with sewers and upholsterers right now. And Precision ADM, which focuses on 3D printed parts. Occupations with recent openings in Winnipeg include engineers, welders, truck drivers, machinists, and technologists and technicians. In aerospace, the key subsectors are composites, where our Composites Innovation Center plays a key role, and maintenance, repair, and overhaul. Key companies include Standard Aero, Boeing, and Magellan Aerospace. Our aerospace center is the largest in Western Canada and is the 3rd largest in Canada as a whole. Occupations with recent openings in aerospace include manufacturing engineers, computer network technicians, machine operators, and technologists and technicians. In agribusiness, the key subsectors are food and beverage manufacturing, which is actually the largest manufacturing subsector in Manitoba, agricultural science, crop inputs, and related research and development, grain handling and wholesaling, and ag tech. Many of the agribusiness leaders are headquartered in Winnipeg. Richardson International, Cargill Canada, Patterson Global Foods, Farmers Edge, G3, and Manitoba Harvest, which is the world's largest hemp food producer. While there are plenty of job opportunities working on farms, 1 in 17 jobs in Winnipeg are a direct spin-off from agriculture. So you can find ag-related positions in manufacturing, logistics, digital technologies, and science. In creative industries, the key subsectors are interactive digital media, which would include video game development, and film production studios. Ubisoft, which is the 3rd largest video game development company in the world, opened their studio in Winnipeg last year. But it is unique in that it focuses on tools and technology innovation that will be used in AAA video game development in their studios around the world. In Winnipeg, they're looking to create over 100 jobs in the next 5 years. Winnipeg's production companies have partnered with industry leaders like NBC Universal and Netflix. We have now made our Manitoba film and video tax credit permanent, so there's more job security for workers in this industry. Occupations with recent openings include graphic arts technicians, computer programmers, web designers, producers, directors, actors, comedians, and audio and video recording technicians. And finally, in ICT, the subsectors are computer systems design and consulting services, software publishers and research and development services, and telecommunications and data processing. We have many exciting tech companies in Winnipeg, including Skip the Dishes, which is one of the fastest growing tech companies in Canada and a leader in the food delivery space. Bold Commerce, which is the #1 app developer for Shopify, and recently acquired $22 million in funding, which they say they were in part going to be putting towards improving their already renowned company culture. Amazon Web Services just opened a studio in Winnipeg, their AWS ThinkBox, which focuses on developing solutions for entertainment, design, architecture, and engineering industries. At 24/7 In Touch, which is a customer contact company, their customer care AI division, Lively, is known as one of the AI leaders in Winnipeg. Other AI companies or artificial intelligence companies in Winnipeg include Sightline Innovation and Invinia, which focuses on extracting value from data and power grid optimization, respectively. Occupations with recent openings in Winnipeg include software developers, UX designers or user experience designers, computer and information system managers, and user support technicians. So if you're convinced that Winnipeg is right for you, there are a few organizations that you should reach out to. The Manitoba Provincial Nominee Program can make you aware of whether you are eligible for expedited immigration, as well as share information about Manitoba and settling into Winnipeg. The Immigrant Center can provide pre-arrival information, as well as personalized settlement plans and English language classes. If you want to get started on English language classes, then reach out to English Online, where you can attend English classes online as well as in person once you arrive in Winnipeg. And once you're here, be sure to reach out to Manitoba Start, Opportunities for Employment, and the Success Skills Center for help in finding employment and being prepared for the Canadian workplace. If you're looking for more educational opportunities, we have plenty of post-secondary institutions in the city, and the University of Winnipeg's PACE program, the Professional, Applied, and Continuing Education program, is popular among immigrants new to the city. So we are Winnipeg, and we are Economic Development Winnipeg, the lead economic development agency of Winnipeg. I am part of the Yes Winnipeg team that focuses on business attraction, retention, and expansion. And I've been playing a role in helping to develop our talent strategy. Economic Development Winnipeg is mandated to work on workforce development. So we are helping Winnipeg to be prepared for attracting and retaining more talent to our city. So thank you for listening. We are Winnipeg, and we look forward to welcoming you. I would now like to introduce Ryan Kuffner, our Vice President of Sales and Business Development, to join me for our question and answer period.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us.
Good afternoon, Ryan. And Karine, thank you so much. And as Karine said, now is the time to start sending in your questions to Economic Development Winnipeg, to Karine Kosnowski and Ryan. We welcome you for the next 15, 20 minutes or so. We have a great opportunity to engage both Karine and Ryan. And I remind you that ED Winnipeg has a booth at the BCE. So there's a lot of media there, a lot of great content there, and certainly a number of jobs. Karine, you can probably elaborate more than myself as to what is in your booth. Can you please?
Yeah, sure. We have job postings there from companies like Hub International, Simplot, which is located just outside of Winnipeg, but still you can work there from Winnipeg, with a variety of positions from semi-skilled to skilled talent posted there. But there are plenty of job opportunities in Winnipeg beyond our booth as well. So if you do have specific skills and you're interested in knowing what kind of opportunities there might be in the city, please feel free to reach out to us and we can share a little bit more.